There was a director at the party tonight that I recently hung out with a few times. I never got around to blogging about it because I've just had so much going on lately. But he's not my typical type of guy at all. But he's a really good lay. So I had, kind of used him to get over this little situation with Anthony. The best way to replace someone is with someone new. So I'd fucked this guy a couple times, but every time we've had sex, he'll ask me things, ask me questions, mostly in the possessive, while we are in the middle of having sex, and I would lie and tell him what he wanted to hear. And it's not that I would lie, it's that in the heat of the moment, I believed what I was saying, even though I know, damn well, if someone asks me if, I'm going to be theirs or if my pussy belongs to them, or it's yeah, it sounds great at that moment. And at that moment, I don't want to tell them no because I don't want to ruin the moment. I mean, what kind of sense does that make, to ruin the moment and not get what I'm trying to get, In the middle of sex, I just want to get a nut. I don't really care how I get it, I'm really, it's in the middle of, intercourse, I'm not going to say, no, my pussy belongs to me when someone's asking if it belongs to them. And I know it's so not fair to lie like that, but I have done that with this guy a couple of times, and a few days ago I had to send him a text message to let him know that I was, not completely honest with him. And I basically had told him that, I just can't be trusted in them, when it comes down to sex. I mean, if it's outside of my bed, I'm the most brutally honest person that I know. But when it comes down to, the bedroom, I'm pretty greedy, and I'll say whatever it takes to get what I want. And like I said, that only applies to sex. So everything else, I'm I'll tell you what you don't want to hear because I'm that honest. So tonight I saw him at the party and we both arrived alone, and he was kind of flirting with me at first, but I had to just kind of explain to him about my lack of moral fiber when it comes down to intercourse and partners. I guess I shouldn't say that. That's not completely true. I don't know how to explain it. I'll pretty much just, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, I just don't always feel it's important to break someone's ego down, sex is supposed to be a mutually gratifying situation, and if I have to say to someone, no, I don't want to have sex with you all the time, and they're asking me in the middle of sex if I want to have sex with them all the time, then I'm not going to tell them no right then. That's retarded. I'd rather wait until later and tell them that I was just caught up in the moment. Because that's what it really is. It's just being caught up in the moment. It's not that I'm completely dishonest with everyone that I sleep with. It's just that I know, I know in my heart that I really only belong to my love. And therefore, it becomes harder for me to take anyone else seriously. It's like with what I do for a living. I go to work, and my work is my work. I love my work. I have a lot of fun, but work, it's still work. And I don't go to work with the intention that I'm gonna like fall in love and you know, get married and have more babies. Like, it's just a job, you know? It's fun and I make a lot of money doing it, but it's just a job. And likewise with, you know, when I meet new people or when I'm get involved with new people, my intention isn't to make a lifetime out of a few moments of bliss. It is what it is for that moment. It's just about physical gratification. And, you know, fortunately I have a partner that is open enough with, you know, who I am and what I do for a living, that he's completely okay with me sleeping with other people, just like I'm completely okay with him sleeping with other people. For that reason, I can go out and entertain new people and give myself 100% in that moment. And when the moment is over, the moment is over. And, you know, but in that moment, I really do belong to that moment. So, you know, with this guy, I realized the other day that, you know, there were things that he asked me that I was completely agreeable to at that moment. But they were, you know, like, it was like making plans almost, you know. He made a comment that, and mind you, this is during the heat of the moment, but he made this comment that that my pussy was gonna belong to him from now on, and that I could only use my pussy when I'm working, but other than that, it was gonna belong to him. Yeah, right. Like, my love would really go for that shit. It's never gonna happen. Never. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Like, he's never giving up my pussy for somebody else. And I'm not giving my pussy up to somebody else either. I like the books in the library line. Anyway, so the party was good, and I'm glad I went. I almost didn't go, but it's Marcus, and I had to go. It was Marcus. Anyway, the rest of my day was really quiet. I woke up this morning, like, cramping really bad, so I just climbed in the jacuzzi for about a half hour and went and laid out by the sun, and laid out in the sun. My bad. I'm tired. That was it. That was my whole day. Playing with my YouTube video that I uploaded for you guys to watch. I had a great time making that video, and I'm really excited about doing it more often. I'm really happy to see that people are watching it and subscribing to my YouTube channel. That was pretty cool to see. I'm glad you guys are giving me such a great response. So anyway, I'm going to bed. It is 4 a.m. now, and I know this video can only be 10 minutes, so I'm going to go to bed, and I'll chat with you more tomorrow.